Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law.
Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I
Okay.
don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. Both parties, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding.
Thank you, Will. You may be seated. In the matter of Grant Vicks versus Allison Doyle, Mr. Vicks, you're suing Ms. Doyle for $3,801 for the value of your items that you left at her apartment. And Ms. Doyle, your response is, well, he should have come and gotten them. And since he didn't, I just thought they were abandoned and gave them away or whatever. Left them on the porch. Somebody took them. Wow. What happened, Mr. Vicks? Why you leave your things at her house?
Well, Allison and I have been living together for roughly the past 2 years. Be honest, I have a bit of a history of addiction. And
Which one?
Opioids specifically,
Okay.
Painkillers.
Okay.
And so recently I was feeling a lot of stress. In particular, we had moved to a new place. I wasn't able to sleep well there. Beyond that, Allison had actually set an ultimatum for me to ask her to marry me. And with all the stress I was already going through.
To ask her to marry you by when?
By her birthday.
Which was?
About a month later.
Whoa, a month after you moved in together?
No, we'd already been living together for close to 2 years at that point.
Okay, but in a month from when she did the ultimatum?
2 years into us living together.
Right. She gave you an ultimatum to marry her within the month.
To propose to her within the month.
To propose to her within the month. All right. And that put you under stress, huh?
I was already under stress, and I think this was pushing me towards the edge. So I was already taking Xanax to help me fall asleep at night. And I started
and why
feeling...
were you under stress other than that?
Well, so we'd recently moved roughly 6 months ago into a new place, which from the outside, it looked great, but it's so bright. During the day, there's so much sun coming in. Even at night, there's street lights. And so at 6 in the morning, as soon as the sun comes up, I just wake up and I start pacing and I can't go back to sleep.
Oh.
And that just, for me, just triggers the anxiety.
So did you try dark curtains?
Allison is not a fan of dark curtains.
Oh, and there was no compromise.
Your Honor, I got him one of those things that you put over your eyes so
The
it could keep
iPads?
the sun out. Yes.
Okay, that didn't help?
It irritated me more than anything.
Nothing would have.
Irritated how?
Just having it on my head, I just
Your
kept being
skin
aware
or
of it.
just?
I kind of need a free space.
And what was your remedy for all of the sunlight to get it out?
That's
to get
when
all
I started,
the light out of the house?
So since she wasn't a fan of the dark curtains, I would try to close the shutters during the day. She would open them back up, and so I started taking Xanax to help myself fall asleep.
You couldn't stand the light day or night?
Well, because I wasn't sleeping well at night, during the day, it just became more irritating.
It's always something, Your Honor. It's always something.
So if it's always something, why are you guys together 2 years with always something?
I guess it's a really good question.
Yeah, it's a real good question. Because that's why I say look deep before you leap in my book. And one of those things you look deep at is what do you have in common? What do you have differently? What habits are yours that I can handle? What habits of yours I can't handle? And you guys could have figured that out real early. You like darkness. It's like you like light. It's like, but after 2 years, you guys haven't figured this out.
Your Honor, the darkness, that's a distraction from the real issues at hand.
Okay, what's the real issue then? Tell me.
Well, aside from his drug addiction, the other issue at hand is that
Are you still using the opiates?
No. I checked myself in rehab before I went down that path.
Okay, so you said it's more issues, the opiate addiction?
Yeah, it's more issues. I don't owe him $3,800.
But you know that, so why are you pushing this man to marry you?
Because you know what? We did have some fun together. I thought it might work. I stood by him during his whole sobriety. And when he's sober, he's actually a good person. And
so
we did
you
have
think
a lot
this was
of fun
just all
times.
about the fact that he didn't want to marry you?
I don't know what he wants, Your Honor. I mean, he says ultimatum, but I waited 5 or 6 years. And, he moved in with me. He knew that I wanted a ring on my finger. He knew I wanted to get married. And he moved in with me.
And you knew that he didn't?
No, he didn't say he didn't. He didn't come straight out and say that he didn't. He had times where like things were great, and then all of a sudden the lighting's bad. So like I finally did. I gave him the ultimatum, if that's what he wanted to call it. All of a sudden he's gone for the next 12 hours. I have no idea where he is, and I get this text that he went to rehab.
You check yourself into rehab?
Checked himself into rehab. Like,
I did.
What? Like, if that's not avoidance, I don't know what is.
Well, it may be avoidance, but it may be also avoiding going down a deep, dark path too. It could have been avoiding a lot of other issues that could be much worse than marrying you. Went into rehab, and you didn't call her.
Bye-bye.
Why
No, I
did you
didn't.
call her?
I think she's in such denial about my disease that she would have tried to talk me out of going into rehab.
Oh.
And you knew that you needed to.
I was,
I went in- I made- and I
I was
made
the
sh-
one with him the whole time he was going to rehab. Nobody else was there for you except for me.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
I gave him sufficient warning. I said,
What'd you do with this stuff?
I put it on the front porch.
What kind of things are we talking about?
Oh,
A 65-inch
honestly,
TV?
like a old TV.
It was not an old TV.
Yeah, in like the 80s.
And later,
Why do you think that he should pay for the damage to the rug?
He told me that he would help fix it the next day.
Okay, so
And I-
what did he say specifically?
He said, I will help clean it up.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Grant Vicks, who is suing Allison Doyle for property loss.
So when you checked yourself in, the first 30 days, you can't have any contact with anyone on the outside.
Right. And
Right.
so I surrendered my phone and just, isolated
So
myself.
she didn't know where you were for 30 days?
He texted me that he was going to
okay.
rehab. And you know what? I didn't text him for 30 days. And after 30 days, I knew we were done and I needed to do this for myself. And I texted him, I said, listen, you need to get your stuff out. It's in my house. I don't want this anymore. And you know what? I waited until 30 days, texted him, and then I waited another 2 weeks. I don't hear anything from him.
Okay,
Not
hold on.
one peep.
So now the 30 days are up, you don't
Correct.
check out.
So I checked myself back in.
Okay, but now that you've checked yourself back in, your 30 days are up, you told her I'm here for 30 days. Now, did you contact her and say, I'm going to stay an additional 30 days?
No.
Why
no.
not?
The tone of her messages were just so irrational that
You are really running.
Running so fast.
I'm trying to run towards recovery.
So she doesn't know that you're running from recovery. So now it's another 30 days and she doesn't hear from you. So what did you do?
I put his stuff out like I told him I would. And I said, I texted him
But
three
who's
times.
paying the rent then?
Me.
Whose
'Cause
name
I'm
is on the
there,
apartment
I'm
on the lease?
working. Actually, I believe
Both
both
names
of
on the
our
lease,
Both
right?
of our names are on the
Yeah.
lease. Yeah,
So
but
how
I'm
you
paying the
put him
rent
out?
because he had to pay for rehab. So I'm paying the rent now.
No, you
And,
just
and I
can't.
wasn't getting paid at work, so.
You can't put somebody out when their name is on the lease.
Your
You can't
Honor,
just put them out.
With all due respect, I said, I have your stuff here. I have to get on with my life too. I'm bagging it up. I gave him sufficient
Did
time.
you move?
I did not move.
You stayed in the apartment.
I stayed in the apartment.
Okay, and you
I
just took his stuff out.
Yeah, and I gave him sufficient warning. I said,
What'd you do with his stuff?
I bagged it up and I put it on the front porch.
What kind of things are we talking about?
Some clothing,
shoes.
some like an old toaster or something.
No,
So
a 65-inch
honestly,
TV, my recliner,
The
which I
homeless
love.
in LA wouldn't have wanted it. I believe there were some appliances, some picture frames of us.
Picture frames with pictures?
Yeah, I had to go on with my life too.
I didn't ask you all that. Answer my
dilly-dotting
question.
in rehab.
Pictures?
Yes,
Recliner chair?
there was like a 80-year-old recliner chair. Yes,
TV?
Yeah, like a old TV.
An
with-
old it was a 65-inch TV. It was not an old TV.
Yeah, it had the
She's
big
totally
projector
downplaying
in
this.
front from like the 80s.
Was it his?
Well, I mean, technically, it was kind of both of ours.
So you
It's-
guys
I just didn't,
bought
I
it
didn't want the
together?
TV.
It's
he
in
could
my
have got
name.
the TV. I gave him.
You're not answering my question.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Here's the point. I'm not going to belabor this. He's a tenant. He has a rental agreement with a landlord. You have a rental agreement. Both of your names are on that rental agreement. You can't move people out in that manner. I don't care if he didn't come back for 6 months. Listen to me carefully so you can learn something. That's not the way you move people out of an apartment or a place that they are renting and their name is on the lease. You have to serve notice. And after you serve that notice, 30 days minimum, then you give them time to move. If they don't move, you got to take them to court for an unlawful detainer. You can't put their things outside. You can't sell their things. You can't do that. You just can't move somebody out of your place because you're sick and tired of them.
Okay, Your Honor. He hasn't paid rent, though, so am I entitled?
Even if you haven't paid rent, you still can't do it.
So, but
You
now
can't put people out for not paying rent.
I
There's a way to
understand.
do that too.
I am now moving out because I can't afford to pay rent on my
Okay,
own.
well, move
and
out.
he hasn't helped me, and now I owe for his share of the rent.
No,
because
you
he
don't
went to
owe
rehab
for his
me.
share of the rent. He owes for his share of the
Oh,
rent.
okay,
Both
correct.
of you owe for your share
But
of the
the
rent.
landlord's coming
It's
after
a
me
rental
because
agreement
he's
that
MIA.
It's a rental agreement that both of you signed. So if you've been paying the rent, then he owes you reimbursement for paying the rent.
Thank you.
But you didn't ask for that. We're in the court today on his request.
Got it.
And you cannot put his clothing out. I don't know what the value of it was, but he's claiming the value at $3,801. And how did you come up with that value?
I have the receipts right here.
For everything you bought?
These are only the things that I can prove.
Okay, but that's what you paid for them.
That is what I paid for them.
Okay,
So
but
those receipts add up exactly.
They don't have the same value as what you paid for them once you pay for them. Did you know that once you take something out the store, it loses value immediately? Immediately, as soon as you buy it.
I knew that about cars.
No, you don't.
Why would
You're
you
not
throw that
entitled
out?
to the full value of what you purchased. So you're not entitled to $3,800 because of the purchase price. How much is the rent per month?
$1,800.
How many months has he not occupied the premises or not paid rent? You know, how many months have you not paid rent?
2, 3.
It's been 2.5 months now.
Get down to 3 months, because once, and the rent's $1,800.
Fair enough.
So times 3, that's $5,400. Divided by 2, that's $2,700. So you're asking for $3,800. You owe her $2,700, and your stuff is not worth $3,800. I think you're gonna walk away even, not paying the rent, and she not reimbursing you for your clothing item. That's the judgment of the court. That neither party is entitled to anything. Judgment of the court.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Well, at least I don't have to take you back to court for the rent.
I'm just glad this is over.
Yeah, ditto.
Coming up,
I took off her bra, and I flung it. And it hit the candle. The candle's in her home. She is aware of the fact that lighting a fire in her home can result in damage.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
In the matter of Laura Dillon versus William Mance, Ms. Dillon, you're suing Mr. Mance for $1,151.21 for property that was destroyed. I think it was a bra and a rug in the house.
Yes.
And you're saying, Mr. Mance, not my fault, her fault.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll see what I have to say. Let's start with Ms. Dillon.
So Will and I met 2 years ago. We worked together at O'Toole's Irish Pub. We're both bartenders. And one night after work, we were finishing off a bottle of tequila. We got a ride share back to my apartment. We were making out in the living room, and then things escalated. We moved into the bedroom. Will said that he wanted to set the mood, and so I lit a candle. Things continued to escalate. He took off my bra and flung it over his shoulder, which then caused the candle to fall onto the floor, burning my very expensive Persian rug and my bra.
Really?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're bringing him to court because your bra got burned and your very expensive Persian rug. Where's the rug? I see the bra.
The rug is not here. I threw it out and got a new one.
You threw out the rug, got a new one.
Yes,
And
'cause-
that was the most evidence because that was the largest amount of damage was the rug. But you kept the bra as evidence.
I have photos of it, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm trying to figure out where I am to blame in this situation, and that's. She proceeded to kind of like rip off my clothes, and we.
So she started to undress you?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Then she kind of, pushed me onto the bed, and she kind of.
You've been watching soap operas, huh?
Yeah, she kind of.
You've been trying to do
Your
what you
Honor,
see on The Young and the
helped me
Restless.
take off his
You've been
shirt.
watching a lot of television and movies and soap operas, so you want to reenact the scene where you pull it off there, ripping off their clothes, headed to the bedroom, and then you push him to the bed and throw him down, and then you jump on top of him.
Also, the fact that she wanted to have oral sex with me.
Okay.
And I had told her that I wanted to go slow, and then she proceeded to call me a prude.
Coming up,
Damage to the bra, damage to the rug.
So you all were really hot and heated.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I got it. I got the picture, loud and clear.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Laura Dillon, who is suing William Matz for $1,151.21.
Okay, and then what happened?
I proved that I wasn't a prude.
Oh, so did that mess with your ego?
To be perfectly honest, it did. I took off her bra. And I flung it. And I just. And
that TV show that you watch and those movies.
Yeah.
You know the scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I flung it, and it hit the candle. The candle's in her home. She is aware of the fact that lighting a fire in her home can result in damage.
Both of you are aware of that. Should have been anyway.
Yeah. We proceeded to have sex, almost. And then afterwards,
And you took off the bra and threw it.
took off the bra, threw it. We proceeded to continue to make out. We did not have sex, continued to make out. Then we smelled this burning smell. Damage to the bra, damage to the rug.
So you all were really hot and heated.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I got it. I got the picture, loud and clear. So now, why do you think that he should pay for the damage to the rug?
He told me that he would help fix it the next day.
What did he say specifically?
He said, I will help clean it up.
Cleaning up and paying for it is not the same thing. So that's why I'm asking you what he said. I will help clean it up. That doesn't say I will help pay for it and I will replace the rug.
I told her the same thing, that I would help clean the rug.
How do you clean a burned rug?
Yeah, that in the moment we were kind of drunk, and
Okay, so
yeah.
when you say help clean, you really meant help pay for the damage to the rug, right?
I guess I said help clean, but in return, I guess it means help pay as a result. Yeah.
Okay.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
So why do you think he should pay it off?
I think he should pay it off because he was the one who started the fire.
He didn't start the fire. You, the both of you, started the fire. Because if you want to go back to starting the fire, you set the fire. You put the chain in motion. You lit the candle.
Yes,
all
Your
right?
Honor.
And you created that situation that gave cause to the damage.
Yes.
You set up that situation as well as he. So both of you were contributorily negligent.
Yes, Your Honor.
And for that reason, both of you are going to pay for this damage because you both contributed to the damage. So the judgment is that you each pay half for the cost of the rug, not for your bra. Okay? So the judgment is for the cost of the rug. To replace the rug, I think it was $1,041.27. Each of you paid half of that. That's about $521.50. $520.50 judgment of the court for the defendant to pay the plaintiff $520.50. That is my order.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $520.50.
Don't play with love unless you want to get burned.
Don't call someone your work wife unless you mean it.
All right, gather your belongings. You're going to exit behind you. Your day in court is now over.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.